Good morning, collectives, and welcome back to Will's Cartomancy Tarot. If you're new to my channel, I certainly appreciate both your subscriptions as well as your viewership. Okay? As you've been seeing, ladies and gentlemen, I've been posting a lot of fertility conception type readings. Okay? So, continuing along those lines, what I wanted to do is to go in and just give you yet another fertility reading. And in this reading, we're gonna basically focus on those of you who have really been trying to get pregnant, but you haven't yet seen success, okay? And you've become very anxious. So now the question becomes, should you go for more tests or try intervention or just simply let nature take its course? Okay? So, what I've decided to do today, ladies and gentlemen, is to use my Tarot for Kids cards. Now that I've been able to find many of my cards that have been locked up in my attic for some time now. Okay? So, as we go along, I'm going to be showing you guys more and more of my decks here that I've had for years. Okay? So, rest assured, ladies and gentlemen, that this reading may not resonate with each and every one of you guys. But for those for whom this reading is meant, I certainly hope it offers you the information that you need. Okay? So I'm going to focus on six specific questions here. Okay? The first question is that we're going to kind of center on and hone in on to try to address within the readings that since many of you might be finding yourself very anxious each month, we're going to just ask the question as to whether, more tests or intervention could perhaps reassure you, or perhaps it could also help identify any issues that perhaps need resolving. Okay? The next question I'm going to address with the cards is I'm going to ask the cards whether it's really the time for you guys or even the right time to really pursue medical advice or just advice in general. Or perhaps should you decide to just wait a while? Okay? The next question I'm going to address is should you two, as a partner, because of course this reading requires both of you if you're going to get pregnant here, should you two maybe perhaps go on a vacation to try to get in tune with yourself again before moving forward? The next question, should you increase, ladies and gentlemen, perhaps your fertility type care? Or perhaps should you get extra supplements? Or should you consider relaxation or exercise? Okay. The fifth topic or question I like to address is we're going to see whether do you really have a good chance, ladies and gentlemen, getting pregnant if you are patient to just allow nature to really take its course. And then last but not least, we're going to address whether you might need to consider kind of changing or altering your lifestyle so that perhaps not only you but your partner are less stressed, you know? And perhaps by being a bit less stressed, ladies and gentlemen, you might be able to make love a little bit more regularly, okay? Particularly during your ovulation spikes, okay? So again, I said I'm going to go in and just shuffle up my Tarot for Kids cards here. This is a very beautiful deck, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm going to go in and shuffle up. And we're going to address those questions, okay? So Spirit, what message would you like me to share with collectives regarding this situation here? Because many of them have become a bit anxious, you know? Because pregnancy is really taking so long to occur here. All right? So what message would you like me to share with them? Okay? So collectives, let's start off by just looking at the bottom part of the deck, excuse me. Okay? Actually, I'm going to look at several here. So we're going to look at, we have the Ten of Wands, okay? And ladies and gentlemen, we also have the Seven of Coins here, all right? Start off with that Ten of Wands here, ladies and gentlemen. As many of you know, you can see here is represented by the symbolism here. This card is all about, guess what? Heavy burdens, you know? And these burdens, ladies and gentlemen, tend to impede success. It shows one overextending him or herself. But it also shows, ladies and gentlemen, that because this card is a 10, success is certainly possible. And the reason why it's possible, ladies and gentlemen, because you've put in the effort. You've put in a very enormous effort in trying to help your dream come true here. And of course, this is relating to your fertility type issue. It shows the, the hard process that you guys have gone through. It shows that you've gone through a struggle, ladies and gentlemen. But again, because this card is in fact a 10, ladies and gentlemen, this shows a cyclical new beginning. It's certainly imminent. And you'll certainly have the drive, ladies and gentlemen, as well as the ambition to really accomplish whatever it is that you want in the way of achieving your goal here. And that is to get pregnant. Okay? You are, in fact, nearing the final epics, ladies and gentlemen, and you can certainly trust that you, in fact, do have the power to continue. All right? And of course, this refers to a fire sign here if you want to know, if you know any of you wanted to know this, the element it represents here. Okay? Now we have the Seven of Coins, ladies and gentlemen. And when you have the Seven of Coins attached here, that's all about hard work that you guys have already applied to. It makes you feel a bit very introspective, you know, and that it shows that many of you, just as the Ten of Wands has already indicated, you've worked hard, ladies and gentlemen. You've really worked hard to try to achieve what it is that you want here, to conceive. And you'll do some reevaluations, I feel, that's required, as well as make important changes. I also feel, too, ladies and gentlemen, that many of you might also need to make a decision. But it seems that with this card, the wonderful thing that I usually get when I see this card is that it shows your hard work, ladies and gentlemen, certainly is not in vain or has not been in vain. And some of you may think it has been, or you may even want to quit or give up. This card is telling you to continue to persevere. Okay? Continue to be patient. Because many of you have done a very good job, it seems, until now. And the results you seek will come. But when you have this card here too with this Ten of Wands, it kind of gives an indication that sometimes the results are somewhat, you know, unknown here. All right. Let's look at a few more of these bottom cards here, because you also have the Page of Wands attached here. So it shows some type of information or news that's going to be coming towards you that you're going to be receiving. And the news is going to allow you, ladies and gentlemen, to certainly see your ships coming in here with this Three of Wands. It's success. So I'm feeling that there's going to be probably, for many of you, I'm getting it's going to be three options or alternative paths that you can take. I'm also seeing, ladies and gentlemen, that you have, it seems that again, I'm have to stress that you're going to have to make a decision, because I'm seeing several lovers connected in your situation. Some you're going to have to make a decision. I'm seeing some of you even releasing some of them during this process here. But you also have the Three of Cups. And look, ladies and gentlemen, you have two threes. When you have two cards of the same rank, it shows an element of surprise, an auspicious turn of events, and shows that your ships, not only are your ships coming in, it shows you're celebrating, ladies and gentlemen. And some of you, I feel, you're going to have a multiple birth. I'm getting here. It could be twins. Some of you could even have triplets, particularly when you're kind of, moving forward with taking various fertility treatments. Okay. Now let's go on and just address the first question, ladies and gentlemen. So let's look at the fact, or we're going to consider the fact that you guys are very anxious here. And you've been this way month after month, okay? Because you haven't gotten pregnant. So let's ask the cards whether, whether test or intervention perhaps might reassure you a bit more. And it might even help you identify, ladies and gentlemen, any issues that needed or that needs to be resolved here. Okay? You have a very good card here. You have the Knight of Cups. All right? So, with the Knight of Cups, that certainly it's a resounding yes. It's a yes card. And this card shows an opportunity. It shows an offer that's going to be extended and one that's going to be embraced. I'm getting. It shows that you need to embrace change and newness with this card. And I feel that the news I'm getting that you guys might be receiving, it could come from either a young physician or it come from a therapist who it kind of enters your picture here. Whomever it is, I feel that you can certainly trust in his or her wisdom here. They seem to be very knowledgeable. Okay? Let's look at your next question, ladies and gentlemen. I'm shuffling up a card each time as we examine these questions, okay? So, now, is this the right time, ladies and gentlemen, to seek advice, or perhaps should collect this, wait a little while here? And again, this reading is valid from now until the end of this year here, all right? You have the Queen of Cups. Also, ladies and gentlemen, a definitely a this is also a yes card as well here, you know? And this is certainly the right time. Particularly, you need to do it. I'm getting more. So I'm seeing something with the Cancer or Scorpio period that's going to be very significant for you guys. So some of you may be doing it during this period, or you might even find out that you've conceived. Okay? I feel that you're going to have a strong ally to support you. And with this queen, this could be either, it could be a male or female, ladies and gentlemen. So looking at it from a more female perspective, this woman could even be your mother, or it could be a physician with whom you come into contact. Rest assured that she's very nurturing, very protective. Okay? And for some of you, she could be a close friend, or again, because it could represent a man, it could be a very sensitive male that comes into play, or it could be also a physician. Okay? It could even be a nurse, ladies and gentlemen, someone that helps you perhaps at a medical facility with whom you're going to be having some sort of discussion, I'm getting. All right? Let's go on and just look at the third question, ladies and gentlemen. So perhaps because you two are together, perhaps it's being together and having gone through such a hardship that I'm getting here in the past, because you have this Ten of Wands here. Okay? We're going to ask the cards whether it would be beneficial for the two of you to perhaps go on a special vacation to kind of get more in tune again. Okay? Let's see. Wow. I didn't expect this card. You have the Eight of Swords, ladies and gentlemen. So, Jupiter's in Gemini with this card. So, this card is a resounding no. The time doesn't appear to be right to go on any type of vacation with this person. Someone, because I feel that you guys are not sure of the person with whom you like to conceive this child, given the fact that there are multiple people shown here in your reading. All right? So, since the time doesn't feel right, why? You know? So, this card, ladies and gentlemen, is all about what? Being isolated or feeling a bit trapped by what we call life circumstances. Okay? This card shows change that is required in a negative situation, ladies and gentlemen, from which you might consider extracting yourself. It seems that this card is kind of telling you that it's time that you Remove these blindfolds as you see here. Nothing's holding you captive. Surrender your delusions and see things as they really are here. Okay? Many of you appear, I'm getting, to be full of fear, full of worry, and might be a bit too modest, I'm getting, to simply ask for help when needed. But we do see, ladies and gentlemen, that there are helpful people shown here in your reading. The Queen of Cups, the Knight of Cups. You have a lot of helpful sources here, okay? And perhaps you might be a bit too stubborn to realize that, all right? It also might be time that you have a quick discussion with the person with whom you'd like to conceive this child. And I'm kind of getting the indication that some of you might even have been feeling that this person has been ignoring you, ignoring what it is that you want here. And ladies and gentlemen, rest assured that given that this card is an 8, recognize that you have the power as well as the fortitude to overcome any and all obstacles presented. So it's time, ladies and gentlemen, I feel that you remove your blindfolds, as I've already indicated. It's time that you be more realistic and listen to some overdue advice, okay, that perhaps you've been avoiding. Some of you might even get this advice from some type of a counselor, too, as well, that I'm getting. All right? So let's go on and move on and address your fourth question. You know, given that you've been having some difficulties getting pregnant or conceiving, let's ask the cards whether you should perhaps maybe increase your fertility type care or treatment, or perhaps maybe you might need some more supplements, or you might need to consider relaxing more, doing yoga or meditation. Okay, so let's see what that question is. Spirit, let's see what the card is for this. Okay, wow. Another good card here, ladies and gentlemen. You have the Knight of Wands. All right. Of course, that connects with fire signs once again. So this card is a yes card because a change is coming, ladies and gentlemen. With this card, you see the charging. You know, this card is all about, ladies and gentlemen, movement. All right. It shows you taking a trip. I'm getting. It shows that you're going to be very excited. I'm getting about taking a trip or going to perhaps a new facility, treatment facility that will give you the confidence and the reassurance that you need. Okay? Let's move on to the fifth question, ladies and gentlemen. We know that this reading is valid from now to the end of this year. So let's ask the cards whether you have a good chance of really conceiving. If you are patient and let nature take its course here. Okay. Wow, I didn't expect this card here, but you have the Seven of Swords here. So, no, I don't think you guys can allow nature to take its course because you're going to. This card is all about sabotaging yourself. So, I think it's really very important that you really listen to the advice. As I said here, it looks like you guys are a little bullheaded or you just have a hard time accepting others' advice here, perhaps due to the hardship, ladies and gentlemen, that you guys encountered in the past and probably was told different types of things that no one really could may have they were not able to diagnose what you've been going through. So I feel that by listening to what your doctors tell you, I think there's a possibility that you're going to be successful, okay? Because you need to allow this person or these medical physicians to kind of guide you through the process, all right? And I feel that many of you with this card, you're feeling that deception somehow may have been at play here, and you're feeling the universe is simply against you. This card is asking you, ladies and gentlemen, to again, because it's a 7, take a more introspective uh, a more introspective look at your situation. And this is connected with the sword. So it's connected to your thoughts here. Take a different approach here, as I've been kind of suggesting throughout the reading here. Do things, or you perhaps get on a dietary fertility type regime, unlike what you might have done in the past that I'm kind of getting. All right. Let's move right along to your next question. And let's ask the cards whether you might consider, or is it necessary that you um, change your lifestyle so that perhaps both of you are less anxious or worried. And perhaps when you're not that anxious and worried, maybe you can have more love or make love a bit more. Particularly, ladies and gentlemen, you ladies here, because you know your own ovulation spikes, particularly during this time. Okay, so let's go on and shuffle up and see what this is saying. All right, we have a very nice card here for you. We have the Two of Wands. All right, and with the Two of Wands, that's a resounding yes. But I feel that, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to have to develop a bit more patience, because usually twos always suggest some type of a waiting period or some type of delay. And also, twos requires you to make a decision of some sort between two, usually, but it could, for in your case, it could be more than two lovers, okay? So, expect a new opportunity and trust, ladies and gentlemen, where you are being led. Rest assured that with this card, you're going to have to contend, as I said, with some type of delays. So the key here is to try to keep a very positive outlook, because your ship is certainly coming in here. All right. What usually follows a Two of Wands here? We already see here that I pulled that card from the bottom of the deck. So even though you're patiently waiting for those ships to come in, they're going to come in here. All right. So you're going to have a very successful outcome. And I certainly like to hear, what you guys experience. So in closing today, collectives, I'd like to just leave you with one final message from Spirit, okay? A message that you can um, contemplate as you move forward in your journey, okay? So let's see, Spirit, please give me another reading that I could share with collectives regarding their current situation here, all right? What additional message, Spirit? What additional message? All right. And here we go. I'm going to go on and read the card as it is written. Dear wonderful you, intimacy is scary sometimes. It means you have to let someone else get to know the real you, not the perfect, flawless mask you wear for others. No, it's time to reveal the cool one, the passionate one, the imperfect one that is totally you without artifice or walls. Yes, you will be exposed and vulnerable for a time, but it will be so worth it. This is the only way you will know true closeness with others, and you will also be close to Spirit and to us. There's amazing freedom that comes when you let go and just be yourself with another or a group. Release from the invisible bindings that keep you from intimacy is truly empowering. So, may we support you wholeheartedly in this choice. You will know yourself better and, we hope, learn to love yourself as much as we do. Life is about who we are with others. So share it. You will be so glad you did. Loving you so, so, so much. Okay? So, collectives, this is what I have for you. I certainly hope that this reading has offered food for thought. Be sure to like and share. Subscribe if you've yet to subscribe. And send me over your comments, because I certainly like to hear them. If you like a more personalized reading, you can definitely contact me at will.brown@watconsultinginc.net. Enjoy your day. Thanks a lot.